Hello! I'd like to share an easy peasy cobbler recipe with you today. Would you join me? This is one of the most easiest recipes. You can do it with your children, with families, with loved ones, with friends. It's very quick. If you're having some unexpected guests over, you just throw it in the oven. It's very easy. The ingredients, there's like 4 ingredients. It's so easy. It's 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of milk, 1 stick of butter. So 1, 1, 1. If you want to make it for a bigger crowd, which I think there's a big crowd out there today, we're going to make it in this big pot, this big pan here. And so I'm going to do 1 1/2. So I'm going to add 1/2 cup of flour, sugar, and milk, and I have all of that measured. So before you start measuring your ingredients, you want to start melting your butter. You turn your stove on 350 degrees. You open your stick of butter, and you just put it there in the oven to melt. And we're going to do that in just a minute. So you put your flour in first. This is measured. Okay. So we're going to melt this butter while we're putting all of our ingredients in. I'm going to put this in the oven. I'll be right back. First, we're going to put our flour in, and the trick is you just drop it everything on your spoon, and then it won't splatter. And we've got 1.5 cups of flour. We've got 1.5 cups of sugar. Then you're going to put like 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder. This is going to, and a little more is not going to hurt. This is going to make your dough really fluffy. So you're going to mix this together. You can use any types of fruit, apples. I like to use fresh fruits. So you can cut up apples. I'm going to let this sit for a minute. If you use apples, whatever fruit you use, if it's fresh, you want to put it in the bowl, and you just want to toss it with some spices and sugar. So I'm going to use fresh blackberries and peaches. So here's some fresh blackberries. These are peaches that I can. So the reason why I like this combination is in July, I always go to the orchard in the mountains and I pick peaches. And then I bring them home and I can them for the winter. So blackberries and peaches kind of come in at the same time. So I discovered this great combo. Nutmeg is really good with peaches. So I put just a hint of nutmeg in it. So we're going to put just a hint of nutmeg. Oh, yummy. It smells good. So we're going to toss some sugar, and you don't have to measure it. Just a little sprinkle over there. I'm not going to sprinkle the sugar on the peaches because they already have a light sugar syrup. Okay, so these are all ready to go. The next step is to add the milk. So we're going to add the milk, and we're going to stir it. One of those little whiskers works well for this too. It gets any of the little clumps out of the flour that may have formed. So as you can see, this will start to rise as you stir it. You can more feel it than see it, but it gets starting to get thicker and bubble. Okay, now we're going to go check our butter. I bet it's all ready. See how nice and thick that is? That's your batter. Now we're going to go check our butter. So here's our melted butter. See how it's all yellow? You want to make sure you take it out of the oven when it's at this stage. If you leave it longer, it'll oxidize and it'll turn brown. So you don't want that to happen. And look at this amazing fluffy batter that we have. thanks to the baking powder. So this is how easy it is. You just dump it right in the middle of your butter. If you want to use less butter, you can. So you can see I didn't use a stick and a half. You could even use 3/4 of a stick of butter for this 1.5 measure of ingredients. So there's that. You put that right on top. We've got our tossed blackberries. It's tossed in sugar. I'm a hand person, so I'm going to use my hands. It's just the Italian in me. So you just want to lightly cover your batter with your fruit. Put a little bit of liquid in there. And then we're going to add our peaches. Dump them in this bowl. Look at those gorgeous peaches from Carter's Mountain. Got to give them a little plug, right? And you just want to dump those in here. And there you go. I would just sprinkle just a little juice to give it a little more added flavor. You want to put a little sugar, or a lot, and you just want to sift it on top. This will caramelize and give it a nice brown, bubbly, golden, crispy texture. Okay? We're all set to put this back in the oven. We are going to put this, as I said, in the oven at 350 degrees. And this will probably take about 20-25 minutes. But the ticket is that it's golden brown. If you're not sure that it's done, just take a toothpick, put it in the middle, and if it comes out clean, you got a complete project. All right, let's roll. Gonna put it in the oven. And this is our finished product. Blackberry peach cobbler. I hope you'll try it. And if you do, and if you have other recipes that you'd like to share, please post them on our Facebook page. Have a great day.